From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Robin Chan with today's Voice Briefing. It's Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025. From food and restaurant writer Susan Salaski, a Michigan producer of liquid egg products is voluntarily recalling some products because of possible contamination from a cleaning solution. Lake Odessa's Cargill Kitchen Solutions is recalling more than 200,000 pounds of fresh and frozen liquid egg products, per an alert from the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food Safety and Inspection Service, also known as FSIS. According to the alert, the products may contain a cleaning solution with sodium hypochlorite, commonly known as a bleaching agent. After receiving a tip, the FSIS scientists investigated and found that, quote, use of this product should not cause adverse health consequences or the risk is negligible, resulting in a Class 3 recall. End quote. While there have been no confirmed reports of adverse reactions by consuming the products, the FSIS said those, quote, concerned about an illness should contact a healthcare provider, end quote. The agency is concerned that some products may still be in consumers' or food service refrigerators or freezers. If you have these products, the FSIS advises consumers not to serve them, toss the products out, or return them to the place of purchase. Recalled products have the establishment number G1804 inkjetted on the carton. Again, that establishment number is G1804. For more on this story, including a detailed list of the products under the recall, you can search on Freep.com for Susan Salaski's article, More Than 200,000 Pounds of Egg Beaters and Other Egg Products Recalled.
With the Detroit Free Press, I'm Nora Hall. Hey baseball fans, it's that time of the year again. Opening day at Comerica Park is Friday, April 4th, and the Detroit Tigers will take on the Chicago White Sox at 1:10 p.m. The gates open at 10:30 a.m. for pregame festivities, and the national anthem will be performed by Grammy winner Brian Darcy James, with Keegan-Michael Key throwing the first pitch. Tickets for the game are almost sold out on the MLB website, but plenty are still available through resale platforms. Remember, all tickets are digital, so download yours ahead of time for smooth entry. No ticket? No problem. A free block party in Witherell Street starts at 9 a.m. on opening day, with music, food trucks, drinks, and big screens to catch the game. Expect high demand when it comes to parking, so either arrive early to find a spot or reserve one through ParkWiz online. For more game day details or information on parking, transportation, food, and more, visit freep.com.
Hey there, everybody. This is Omari Sanko for the Second, Pistons beat writer for the Detroit Free Press. On this week's episode of our podcast, The Pistons Post, Bryce Simon and I were joined by Laz Jackson to discuss the Timberwolves brawl and Ausar Thompson's development. Here's a quick snippet of our conversation.
Yeah, let's go with Ausar. Laz, what do you think with first defensively at the 4? We saw him having to guard Julius Randle last night. And then also some of the stuff we've seen offensively. I don't want to get your thoughts on the transition Ausar stuff. I think we all kind of have seen that. I'm talking about like half-court offense, Ausar initiate offense.
Yeah, he was struggling for a couple weeks there. And so it was a lot more of a discussion. And it was partially due to foul trouble, and that's mostly on the defensive end. But it was also, there were a lot of moments where it felt like rookie year Ausar, where he was just kind of parked in the corner, like not doing much. And I'm glad to see them kind of shake off a little bit of that. Some of that is like transition, obviously, but that's not the focus. Some of that is his willingness, a newfound willingness to take perimeter shots. And so I'm glad that he's like rediscovering his ability to do stuff on and off the ball for this team.
I was going to point out that Ausar did go like exactly 2 months without taking a three-pointer. Like it was like literally like the same day from like January to March. And then he's begun to take that shot more. So what's interesting to me, and I don't know if the numbers back this up, this is more of like an eye test thing. It seemed like Ausar, when he was not taking those threes, it wasn't even part of his diet. That is one thing I noticed. Like he went 2 months without taking a three, and he was like probably playing his best basketball, and he's begun to incorporate that a bit more. And I just wondering if he's trying to open things up a bit more, because teams have, I think they're doing a better job with him in half-court scenarios. You can hear that full conversation in this week's episode of The Pistons Post, which is available wherever you listen to podcasts. And as always, you can find our latest coverage on freak.com/sports.
Find more from the Detroit Free Press on Freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Thank you for listening, and you'll hear more from us tomorrow.